Little Brick welcomes Susan Isaac. And she's an impactful singer-songwriter. She's got powerful vocals and thoughtful storytelling, beautifully crafted songs, and a beautiful heart. She's been doing this for a long time. It's no coincidence that she has fallen into this craft because her mom is quite the singer and songwriter as well. And so Susan comes by it very naturally. She's also got a wonderful YouTube channel, so make sure to find and follow. And a song that is released, and probably more in the works, I'm pretty darn sure. She was raised in a farm in rural Manitoba, and that really shaped a lifelong connection to music. So, bringing her warm and creative and beautiful heart and songs and storytelling to us tonight, please welcome Susan Isaac.
I'm going to start with a song that gets back to my musical origins a little bit because it was started by my mom over 50 years ago. It's called Like a Child. By my mom over 50 years ago, but it was never really finished to her satisfaction. And I think the main reason was because she started writing it about a relationship she was in that she really should have ended earlier than she did. But she didn't. She had a moment of realization that she should, and then it went on for another 2 years. And it's not my dad, if anybody's curious. Sometimes that's a question people have. But when I've known this scrap of a song my entire life, it's one of the songs that kind of taught me to play folk fingerstyle. My mom taught me this scrap of the song, and so I always wanted to do something with it. And so eventually, my collaborator, Kiwi Martin, who's in the room here with me, yes, we decided that we would make it more autobiographical, about my mom's kind of relationship to the land, actually, kind of about leaving and traveling and coming back to a sense of rootedness and place. So that's the story behind that one, some of the story behind that one. So the next song I'm going to sing is actually, it's one that really tells I made a reel about this to promote this event, actually, and I said that it tells my musical origin story, and I very much feel like that's the case. So it has my mom in it again, and also my journey from music, away from music, and back to music again. It's called Relics and Lodestars. She left on her pretty clothes by the kirk one day and said goodbye to those dreams. She tried to leave her disappointments too, but here. All of us in here, it's really heating up. So I have been, Ria's right, I have been musical and involved in music my entire life. Since I think I wrote my first song when I was 5 years old. My daughter is right now in a musical theater camp, and she was very nervous. Her second day she had to do an audition, and so I got to tell her about a choir that my first audition experience, which was at 7 years old. So I started very early. I did a lot very early. I was very active. But there are a lot of things that can dissuade artistic people from following an artistic path. It definitely doesn't seem like a very viable option a lot. And so I turned away from it for a long, long time. And I'd probably talk a little bit later about what brought me back. But long story short, or making a short story long, I'm still really just getting to recording, I think, which kind of surprises folks. So I have only one single at this point, and this next one I'm about to do will be my second single to be released. It's called The List.
In the dying light of the 7
magical bunch. I'm sure everybody that comes here says this already, but actually, I'm very curious, who has been to one of these shows before? Do we have any repeat customers? Barry and Rhea, yes, I know you two have been here before. Well, that's great, but it's a very special thing to have a series like this that really showcases original music. It's a special thing, and it's such a gift to songwriters and performers to get to share their original music with appreciative crowds. So thank you all for being here. So I'm talking at length tonight. The fact that there's a Q&A period, I'm preempting that by telling the long versions of all the stories, so buckle in, folks. But I did want to include a cover, actually. Most of these are original songs, but this cover I have known for so long that it actually feels like my own. It is the song that I first learned to fingerpick on, and I learned it from my mom. It's written by a Manitoba songwriter named Rick Neufeld. Does anybody know Rick Neufeld? The last couple of weeks I've been singing the song around more, and I've had people shout like, "Woo, Rick Neufeld!" And it was a new experience to me. I really feel like, well, I'm the only one that knows about Rick. But he has albums out. He was a contemporary of my mom's. And so at the time, she learned this song from his vinyl record. So you can imagine, people look at YouTube videos now to say, how do you play this song? There was none of that in that day. You actually sat there with the record player and tried to, mince it over, just a little bit back, so you could go over that one phrase that you hadn't caught yet. But when I wanted to learn to play guitar from my mom, this was the goal song of mine. And it's just a gorgeous song. I'm happy to say I will be doing more recording shortly. I'm going to be recording an EP at the end of September in Calgary. And this is going to be on it. It's going to be a collection of songs called Songs from the Farm. I can talk more about that later too. But without further ado, here's Nothing Changes But the Season.
Drop of the prairie rains
it's very funny having someone that you sing with regularly in the crowd here. Kiwi, I swear I heard you singing on that. Were you humming along? I heard you so powerfully in the chorus. Well, I don't know. It was lovely. In your head too. Yeah. Yeah, of course. All right, I'm going to switch over to the piano railway for a couple of songs. Let me just make sure I know what I'm doing here next. Okay. Let's go. How is everyone tonight? Yeah. It's a beautiful day again out there. Almost too beautiful, really. Okay, so this is a song that was inspired by my kids. And it always feels funny to sing it in the summer because it's called the skating song, and it does feature skating as a kind of motif, I guess, or metaphor maybe as well. But I guess a couple of years ago, just the experience of watching my kids learn to skate really stuck with me. If you've ever gone with kids that don't know how to stop yet and fall all the time, it's slightly terrifying. Their ambitions and their vision outstrips their capacity, their capabilities. They don't care if they can't stop. They will just hurtle into snowbanks. Well, that's the fun option, really, for stopping. But as a result, they just learn by leaps and bounds. And I was really struck as a parent. I feel like I have stayed the same. I've skated for like 40 years or something. Well, maybe not that long, but a long time. And I haven't, my skills are still at the same place they were. They just kind of stayed there because I don't take any risks anymore to learn, to challenge myself when I'm skating, really. So, and I just thought about that. It's really remarkable. There's this impulse to kind of try to protect your kids from being hurt, but that fearlessness is such a superpower that you don't want to kind of quash as a parent. So that's what this is about. It's about learning beside my kids and learning from them. 2, 3, 4. I have to count myself maybe if I'm by myself. We went skating yesterday. I watched you glide and fall, already faster than me, and so much more unsteady. I watched with bated breath. You twirl and stop and crash. Maybe I don't fall and I do go fast. It's been a long time since I've looked like that. We can go fast and we'll fall sometimes. Small price to pay for living. We could go slow and take our time. Trust the years to be forgiven. Thank you so much. So the next one I'm going to play for you is also inspired by my kids, but it's really coming from a different place. In the last year or so, I feel like so many songwriters find themselves kind of starting to kind of feel driven to write sort of protest songs, really. There's an awful lot of things going on that are very concerning at the moment. And I guess for myself, often I come at things as a parent, and I just really feel like I'm so struck by how beautiful and amazing and brilliant my kids are, everyone's kids are, really, and all the capacities that are so exciting that they have. And I just feel like we have this enormous responsibility to try to leave a world behind that they will feel joyful to live in, and it's feeling increasingly challenged in so many ways. So this one is a protest song. It is a love song. It's for my kiddos. Oh, that's not the one. I was about to start a different song. Okay, this is called It Ain't Gonna Fix Itself. I looked out of my window at my daughter lost in play. She's 8 years old, going on 15, a little more each day. And she knows about air quality maps and bombs in Palestine. She's growing up in a world much more desperate than mine. We'll need to be strong. We'll need to be honest when we're wrong. The time to make some changes has already come and gone. We'll have to build bridges. No one can do everything themselves. This life ain't gonna fix itself. I wish I could be angry. I wish I could break something apart. Maybe I could say something funny and win over your heart. It's easy to feel helpless when the scales are so far skewed, but it won't change anything if I leave it all up to you. We'll need to be strong. We'll need to be honest when we're right. The time to make some changes has already come and gone. We'll have to build bridges. No one can do everything themselves. This life ain't gonna fix itself. It wasn't very long ago you might hesitate I don't know if this feels abrupt or sudden, Rhea, but I was thinking that would be the break for the first, for intermission. Does that make sense, wherever Rhea is?
I am here.
Is Rhea still in the background there, or do you want? Yes. Is this about a good time to break?
Well, oh, sorry.
Well,
Sorry.
before you go anywhere,
Yes.
I do want to say the impeccable sound and quality that we're experiencing tonight is thanks to our friend Barry Westerland. Thank you so much, Barry, for being here.
Yes, thank you very much. I'm sorry to have to be prompted to say that, Barry. I do not take you for granted.
No, we sure don't. Well, here's an idea. Why don't you, can you give us one more song and then we'll break?
Sure. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
Because we've got something very special planned for the break.
Okay.
In the second half, Alan Donnelly is going to be taking over hosting, and he's going to be asking you some questions.
Mhm.
So, what we thought would be fun is ordinarily the questions are pre-prepared, but we thought we'd see if the audience could give us some questions. So I brought a notepad of paper here and a bag that we can put the questions in, and that will be out there during the intermission. So please make sure you ask something. It'll be like Stump the Artist tonight. So come up with your best, tough questions. And then Alan Donnelly and Susan Isaac will have at it at the start of the second set. And so, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. Do you have one more song you could give
Yes,
us?
absolutely. Yes, I'm just going to switch. I just wanted to share that for anybody who had their back to Rhea, the pad of paper, it's construction paper, and it's marked up with crayon right now, and it says "happy" is the only thing discernible on it. So,
Happy.
the questions could be tougher than that, but
yeah.
just for an example.
We have lots of sheets of happy. So, yeah, think about your questions. Think about what you've learned so far about Susan Isaac. And dig a little deeper, or use your imaginations. There's all kinds of things. Like, where do you shop to get the dresses like that? Don't you love her dress? It's like summer. It's summer.
I'm not the only one. There's some other ladies over here that we look like a flower garden together. We need to take our pictures together.
Nice. Are you all enjoying it? Are you all having a good time? Okay, during the intermission as well, while you're writing down your questions and thinking about what you're going to say or going to ask, be sure to get yourself a drink and a snack out there at the bar. And thank you so much for being here, everyone, and for this concert tonight. Susan Isaac, take it away.
Thank you so much, Rhea. All right. Okay, I'm going to sing. So this one is called Built for Catastrophe, which sounds like something you might write as a teenager, but I wrote it just a couple of years ago, and I was prompted to do so because we were still renting in Edmonton at the time. We're from Manitoba, my family and I are from Manitoba originally, and so we were still renting at the time, and we got notice in January that we had to move, or that we would have to move out in January. And we have 2 young kids, and we had 2 cats and a dog, and it just felt like, it's a household's worth of stuff. It kind of felt like a bit of a disaster. And so I turned to my partner and I said, don't worry, we were built for catastrophe. And I sort of meant it as a joke at the time, it's okay, we got this, we're gonna handle this, we've been through worse, or whatever. And then it got me thinking, that phrase really stuck in my head. Usually when I write songs, there's kind of a few things, maybe like 3 things that tend to intersect, maybe an image or a phrase like that, or metaphor or something like that. And so when I had a little collection that seemed to belong together, I wrote this song. It is called Built for Catastrophe.
Places we've never been, oh, we were built for
We grew quickly, crookedly, seeking out the sun, like the poplar tree, like the tree they all knew. I came up under the weight of silence, within the patchwork we had made of the land. When it came time to leave my childhood home, you and I snuck onto the land. The clover, honey thick on the air. You grew so free, too free for your own good. Hidden places on the outskirts of town, held fast to the earth. Down from the river lot, down north where your grandmother was born. The cotton falls like summer snow. We'll decide anew which pictures to hang, to tell the story of how we emerged again. I can't tell anymore. I've never known this world is my own. And I've searched of joy in a meadow love song.
You're always on. You're always a consummate professional, I have to say. But in your voice, some singers get compared to an artist. I listen to you and I get transported to an era in music, I have to say. So that's a massive kudos to you, I have to say. Your voice.
Which era? I want to ask you a question.
Oh, here we
Tell me, which era? I'm so curious. What do you hear in there?
It warms.
I'm going to know if you're right.
Well, the cockles of my heart are definitely warmed into the late 60s, early 70s.
Okay.
Here he is with his cockles again. He can't get through.
I said it for you, Maria, just to get a rise, as I normally do. So that was just a joke. But I do have a cheeky question to ask. Coming from the dynasty of music that you do, and your mother, was there any pressures or burdens that you felt at the start getting into the music industry? Were you confident getting into the industry, or did you have any intrepidation?
Getting into music and getting into the music industry were two very different things for me. And yes, I had a lot of trepidation because my mom's experience gave me a lot of reservations about it right from the outset. She had been a professional touring musician, and she really gave it her all. And sometimes it doesn't matter. It doesn't come down to necessarily talent or commitment or hard work. Sometimes it's just the luck of the draw if things work out the way that you hope they will. And I think she felt she left music in. And she was kind of done with it. She was really done with the industry side of things. It was also a different era. We live in a different era where musicians are experiencing some very different challenges now. But, there were like people trying to steal the rights to other people's music and things like kind of really shoddy things that aren't an issue now. You can just use AI, I guess, if you're really desperate to. That's the biggest musical theft there is. So, I think that I kind of inherited all of these sort of warnings or just things that I, was concerned from the industry side. But the music side, was like air. It was like water. It was just like an element of my life. And it wasn't even anything, I don't even remember thinking about whether I liked it or not. It was just the thing that I did all the time. And it wasn't imposed on me. I really, my family, the reason I ended up going to that choir was my family was like, good Lord, she's driving us nuts. She won't stop singing around the house, that maybe they're joking because the way that you address that is probably not to get your kid in the choir as soon as possible. but it really was, I have a childhood picture of myself sleeping in my mom's guitar because she dragged me along when she would sing with her friends. So it was everywhere and just as natural as anything to take to that side of things. Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the first time that you penned a song or some lyrics and ideas and what that song was and bringing it to you? Who was it, your mother you brought it to first? Or
It would have been my mom, and the only reason I was so young I don't remember the feeling of penning the song, but she actually recorded it. There was like a little tape recording of it. It was very derivative of Dolly Parton actually, so I don't know,
Like 9 to 5?
No, more like Wildflowers. I wish 9 to 5 would be really cool for a child to be like, you know what?
Yeah, that
That's
would be
really
pretty
inspiring me.
overwhelming. Yes. Do you talk about the music business? So when you look at that music, based on your mother's history and viewpoint of it, was there any trepidation about getting involved?
Well, yes, I think because she had been so, kind of felt not well served by the industry. So I was really aware of that, and I kind of thought, well, it's not really a path that I want. Quite early on, thought it was, a path that I don't want to go down. And then for a while, it kind of, I just thought, this is just the thing. It became such a big part of my identity that I thought, I can't help but do this. This is something that, I have to do this. But there's quite a lot of other things going on in our family too, and quite a lot of various challenges that I came here tonight and I wasn't even sure how much I would want to talk about these things. I didn't have a plan for this, but there was a certain amount of instability at a kind of a critical point in my life where I thought, you know what? I was right the first time. I can't do this. I need something that can be more stable. And it's funny, I've met so many people, it's not stable, it's not a secure path, but creative people find ways to creatively cobble things together. So if you have any creative people in your life, please don't discourage them from cobbling together their own lives, in the way that they in the way that they can. Yeah, it's not going to look the same necessarily.
No.
But the funny thing is also, we're all living in this kind of gig economy, and people don't have the expectation of having one career anyways for the rest of their life, right? It's always kind of, this is what I'm doing right now until the next thing. So it's maybe now we're all in the music industry now.
Take a bow. Take an acknowledgement. So, when you talk about, because you are a very honest songwriter, you strike me as that, and listening to your songs is quite evident. How do you decide when a song, whether it's about grief, belonging, or sadness or joy, what is when are you ready to cross over the line and release it to the public and share that, whether it's a good or bad or time, in a different time? How do you commit to the pen and paper?
Well, I think for me the bigger challenge is knowing when something is finished. I often get things to a point where I feel like I'm ready to share this with people. But it's funny because I haven't done a lot of recording, and that brings out a very different side of me. And so now I have these songs that I've been singing for 3 years now. I'm overdue to record them, and now that I am going to record them at the end of September, I'm like, oh, that one line has been driving me nuts. It's not quite right.
Are you a perfectionist?
No, not at all.
Was it OCD or is it?
No, it's absolutely perfectionism. It's 100% perfectionism. I was being sarcastic.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. I'm an Irishman drowning in sarcasm here in Canada.
Right?
I'm
And
trying
you
to
just
stay
catch it. I
afloat.
didn't know the right accent.
Too bad, okay. Well, maybe we'll take a break for a second. We've got some questions here from our lovely audience. I hope I read this correctly because the handwriting is not bad, but I can't read. Joking, that was my sarcasm. Relax. What was the hardest song for you to write, and do you want to say why?
The hardest song for me to write was the first song that I wrote coming back to music after being away for like a decade and a half. And that was the one that's released now as a single. That it was written about the death of my father. And it was a song that both had to be written. It took me, like, my father died, and then it took me maybe 5 years to get around to writing the song. Like, it took me that long to kind of start to unwind those kind of like those traumatic things that it was a sudden loss too. It was actually he died in a hiking accident, so it was completely unexpected and traumatic. Like, he was supposed to come the next day to stay with us. It was so traumatic. It took me a long time to just recover from that and in any sort of fashion. And then, I was dealing with all of the things that people deal with any loss, and thinking, but when it's a sudden loss, one thing I realized is that there were lots of things I wished I could have said to him. I wish I had realized that, if when he went, that I would have wanted to say to him. And so the song that I wrote was basically saying all those things, and I knew it was coming, and my partner took the kids with him for the whole day and gave me the day because he knew that I needed to do this too, and I just felt like I was dying. I felt like I was mourning. It felt as fresh as if it happened the day before. I'm gonna make myself cry talking about it. It was really like, it just about killed me to write it. Yeah. And yet it was like, I knew that I needed to. It was the thing that I needed to do. I needed to put it in the world. And I needed other people to know it too. I am gonna cry, actually. So cool. Anyways, it was the hardest one for sure. It's still a hard song for me to sing, so, but it was also the thing that just opened the floodgates. Yeah. It was like, it made the connection. It needed it. I felt like it was like a switch flipped on in my brain, and all of a sudden it was back because I had been disconnected from my own creativity for so long, and I was able to use it to, to explore and to say and to experience again and to release some of these things that I needed to.
And completing that song, writing that song, like you alluded to, you said it was bound to happen, it was going to happen, just the right time had to find. But do you feel that that was the best way to deal with it? Do you think it's done in terms of you completed it and you achieved what you wanted to do with that song?
Yes, the interesting thing is I don't feel as I haven't really been performing it lately, actually. It does feel like, kind of almost like closing a chapter or something like that. Like, it needed to be brought into the world. And now it's spent enough time in the world. It's like I've said what I needed to say, the people that I needed to hear it, the relatives that I was like, I felt driven to record it because I felt like there are people in our family that will pass away soon, and I want them to have heard this. I want them to know. And so, I feel like those things have been done a little bit, and I don't want to abandon music as I write new music, but it does, especially for that song, I think because there was so much weight to it, it does feel kind of like sort of ready to close it a little bit.
We'll stay with the same question sheet, and the same person who wrote this asked, what song would you write, but only under a nom de plume? What? What's a nom de plume?
Like a nom de plume?
Yeah. Nom de plume? Oh, tutti
What song would I write under a nom de plume?
Nom de plume.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Well, I don't know. Like, probably a dirty song or something.
Okay.
Probably, right?
That's
probably what I would write.
And finally, how appropriate. Who is... I would love to hear it though. Who is...
We can co-write.
Well, okay. Who is Randy?
Is this on the same sheet?
It's on the same
Oh,
sheet.
that's
so it's
funny.
like
Okay, because that
liberties.
is a kind of sort of dirty song.
Oh, I saw what they were doing there, and I like it.
That's really funny. So Randy is a real person, but the song is all made-up circumstances. So there is a real man named Randy who works at Acoustic Music Shop. He's heard this story so many times. He's
I know
okay with
who
me.
Randy is.
Yes, you know Randy.
I met
You know
him.
him. Yeah,
He loves
he's a
that
real
song
person.
about himself. Yeah, he's a bit obsessive.
Oh, he loves it. Yeah,
Bit of
absolutely.
ego.
So I was in the midst of a songwriting kick, and I went into Acoustic Music Shop, and I was kind of just wrapping up, and Randy was still quite new there, and he said, "Oh, okay, well, see you next time, Michelle." And I said, "Well, yes, my name's not Michelle, but yes, okay, see you later, Randy." Yeah,
Did you correct him at the time?
I did correct him at the time, and he was so apologetic. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. And then for some reason, with that awkwardness, I felt like the thing to do would be to write a ridiculous song. I really thought if I were John Prine, this would be enough. I could kind of, I think it was also how sorry he felt, that I just felt like this is not an appropriate level of, regret for what's happened here. So let's imagine a scenario where you could have something really to regret. So it became a Cheatin' Heart song, and it's called "You'll Always Be Steve to Me, Randy." But I proudly sing that one.
I love it.
I don't need a nom de plume.
A nom de plume. That's a new phrase for me. Thank you for that, folks. What comes first for you, the words or the melody?
I feel like this is a question I also want to know from everybody who writes anything. I'm always so curious about it. So for me, usually it's words, but not always. So sometimes I do have little things that I'm playing around with that I like, or a bit of a melody in my head that I hear, and then I kind of wait. It's almost like I'm just catching butterflies or something like that. I'm sort of waiting for things to come along, and I just catch a collection and then realize that they all interrelate in some way. So usually that's with theme, ideas, metaphor, bits of stories, maybe something that's happened in the present that reminds me of something in the past. And then, I'll kind of start writing something, and then a piece of melody will come from out of nowhere, comes from the sky. I don't know where it comes from, right? And then I build out from there, and I can start to actually lock the words into kind of phrases and things like that. But not always. Like I said, sometimes there are melodies that come to me, before everything else, and then eventually I realize, oh, this is the song. This is the idea that could match this melody or this progression.
Well, for sure, storytelling as well too, for your style of songwriting. Do you need that motivation of a theme, let's say, like a strong concept knuckled in before you start plugging away, or has the melody, I know you probably answered, but has the melody really in most cases led your creative process?
No, it's usually words first.
Yeah.
It has been melody sometimes. The second song that I wrote, or that I sang tonight, Relics and Lodestars, that one I had the guitar for the verse, and I had the melody and the guitar before I had the words, and that was pretty unusual for me. There's another song that I'll sing in the second set that was unusual for a different reason, and that's because I wrote a poem. I wrote a completed poem first, and then I thought, I don't want to change this at all. I love it so much just the way it is, but I'm not putting out books of poetry. How will I get this in the world? I need to make it into a song. So it was a real problem to try to make a song out of a completed poem that, without altering it at all. So the thing is, I think the longer that you write, the more ways that you access it, right? Usually, I think lots of artistic people kind of need some sort of ritual approach to things to kind of access their creativity in whatever way. And for me, it's sort of like free writing and like catching those butterflies, and then that kind of start to congeal around some idea, a concept for a song. But I think the longer you do it, the more different avenues you explore, the more confident you get to kind of stray from those set rituals that you have. Yeah.
I love it. Well, I could stay and talk to you for hours, but I know these are looking at me and saying, get off the stage. Let the ladies sing.
I told you the 3 questions would be more than enough.
Oh, I say. But there is one last question.
Okay.
Are you going to remember us when you're famous? I don't know who wrote that.
Okay, I feel like that's Rhea March, who's everyone's musical mom.
She is. One more time. It's Susan Isaac, folks.
So this is the song that I talked about before that has, that started as a poem. And it is again, it's my kind of typical protest song, I guess. But it was, I think, at that time in the news there was talk of, the talk of that going to war with Iran, and I had, again, collecting butterflies, I had, been noting things that, like anti-immigrant sentiment that's happening here at home, and one day my partner came home and he said, so there were neo-Nazis protesting downtown today, like white supremacist neo-Nazis, and it just kind of, these butterflies shake me to my core, honestly. My own family history, my dad's side of the family, they were ethnically German and living in Poland at the time of the Second World War, and kind of ended up being conscripted as everyone was at that time, and their lives are just completely torn apart by war. People lost farms, people ended up fighting on the Russian war front, which was just like, the thing is, I don't actually know a lot of stories from that, and what I inherited more than anything from this is silence that I've been trying to unpack and curious about ever since. So this song was me, I felt like, maybe this is a moment to start talking about some family history, because I feel like we're never far removed from, really unthinkable things becoming possibilities again. And this is called Ice Lanterns. Hang on a second. My pedal is trying to get away on me. Make sure that's kind of staying in place. There we go. This feels like deja vu, like a remake of a movie that flopped the first time. Last man on Jasper Avenue, skin crawls with memories before my time. Can't heaven heal? Can't heaven heal? We have the holidays to prove it. And I remember stories told in hushed tones. Words could make sense of it. The edges too ragged, the cuts too deep. So the silence began, and you, peacetime baby, born in the ashes. I remember when you made ice lanterns, vigilant all the time, and hands numb with the wet cold, how darkness held the glow of our Thank you. I love that song. For being such a depressing topic, and it is an unusual song too, so I don't always get the chance to play it, so I'm very appreciative of you as an audience for giving me this chance to sing this very reflective song that needs quiet to sing out into. Thank you. I'm going to switch back over to guitar. Actually, I'm switching to one guitar and then the other, just to keep things interesting. I just wanted to reassure everybody that I love having kids around. So often, it kind of makes it a more like festival atmosphere to have kids around. So it's a really wonderful thing. So I've spoken about Kiwi before, and protest songs as well, but we are often co-collaborators, and this is one, this is a protest song that sounds more familiar, I guess, in terms of its form, but we wrote it for the Water Not Coal campaign. And Kiwi was the one that decided that she needed to write a song about this after she wasn't able to attend, where she has a child as well, and she wasn't able to attend a protest that she wanted to because of some sort of parenting responsibility. And so she came over and we kind of wrote this song together. It's called Pour Me a Soda.
Then
up in terms of crowd participation. The next one I'm going to get you to sing. All right, so this is also one of the songs that will be on the EP and be recorded on the EP in the end of September. And it's one that I love doing live, and I'm completely intimidated to record. I'm just worried it's going to be kind of a bit of a mess. We'll see. It seems it has a lot of gusto and my fairly, I don't know, like beginner 12-string capabilities on it, I guess. And not to mention, this is a very wonky 12-string that I inherited. So it kind of has a bit of the neck sort of curves like this. It's very idiosyncratic as an instrument. So we'll see how recording goes. Make sure I've got this. All right, so for this song, well, I think I should give you a little bit of a background for this one since we're all here talking about songwriting and songwriters and songs. This one is a song that was truly a long time coming. It has to do with kind of some long-standing conflicts around a family farm in Saskatchewan that I witnessed for decades. We all witnessed for decades or were involved with in some respect or other. But it really got me thinking about, and I guess I read a book too, so it was a couple of years back now, that had me thinking about the relationship between how people treat the land and how people treat others, actually. That there is, if you feel like a caretaker and a sense of responsibility and kindness and gratitude towards the land, you tend to be a pretty good person as well, and sometimes the opposite is true. So, and just how it kind of, the practice of being cruel to the land, sort of, it's like it prepares you for other kinds of cruelty, I guess. So this is a song that's about that, and this was kind of me boiling up to tell my family exactly what I felt about it. And the reason that it's on this idiosyncratic instrument is because I inherited this instrument from somebody who was involved in some of the conflicts. It's kind of this, there's a lot of storytelling that happens in this song, but it has a really easy chorus that's very fun for us all to sing along. So the way I like to do this is I like to teach people. I'll sing it for you once, and then we'll sing it together, and then I'll just kind of nod enthusiastically at you when we get to the point in the song where I want you to sing. So this is called King Lear, and this is how the chorus goes. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. And that's it. It's just one phrase and repeated over and over again. So we can do this, right? We can do this? All right, let's do this. Let's try it together. 1, 2, 3. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. It's been a long time coming. All right, that's sounding so great. And if anybody's too shy to sing yet, there's like 5 verses in the song. You have so many opportunities to burst into song. You're going to feel it in your soul eventually. All right, here we go. Oops. Roots Or did you want me to keep going, or that's?
Well, let's ask the audience if they would like one more song.
All right, just because you asked so nicely. I had somebody tell me, don't ever tell people when it's the last song, but then, then people don't know when to demand another one either, and it just gets awkward. All right. I was thinking, if I do one, I had talked about the hardest song that I ever wrote, and I guess I should probably sing that for you after all that conversation. I warn you, it's a bit of a sad song. Boy. So this is the song that I wrote to my dad after he died.
I
thinking I would do one more too. I actually realized I didn't sing one that I meant to tonight for some reason, but I'm not going to sing it now since it's another tribute song, and I don't know how much everybody can handle here at once. I thought maybe I'd sing, this is just a completely fun one to sing. It's not actually mine. This is so old, I don't think they know who it's written by anymore. But I have been playing some bluegrass the last couple of years, and I was learning a particular technique, and I went back and I was showing it to my mom, and she had a different way of playing this, this old song that's been played by so many different people, and she plays it more in the style of the Carter family, I guess, than what I was learning. So I've been playing it ever since, because I love the way my mom plays it. This is called Wildflowers. No, sorry, it's called Wildwood Flower. Oh, there's so many flowers in it though. Here's hoping I remember which ones. Here we go. Oopsie boopies, that's never happened before. When the